Hello. Last week we left off and Moses and the Israelites were coming across the desert. For 40 years the people of Israel lived in the desert, and Moses grew old, and when he was 120, he died. The Israelites were very sad to have lost their leader, but God chose Joshua as their new leader, and the Israelites listened to Joshua. Joshua was worried about being the Israelites' leader, but God told him that he would be with him. God said to Joshua, "You and your people must get ready to cross the Jordan River into the land that I promised you. Do not be afraid, because I will be with you wherever you go." And there's Joshua praying for God's help. Soon afterward, the Israelites got ready to cross the Jordan River and capture Jericho. But the water level in the river was high, making it too dangerous to cross. However, the priests went ahead carrying the ark with God's laws in it. As soon as they stepped into the river, the banks collapsed upstream, damming up the water. Now the Israelites could cross the riverbed easily. And there they are, crossing the river. Kind of like when Moses came across and they were able to cross on dry ground. God was there every step of the way helping them. God told Joshua to destroy the town of Jericho. Joshua and all the people walked around the walls and blew their trumpets and shouted, "Now all the walls are falling down so that God's people can go in." And there they are outside of Jericho. And God made the walls collapse so that they could go in and take the city that he promised them. Joshua and the Israelites went on to win many more victories in Canaan, and the Canaanite kings were all afraid. There were a great many more Canaanites than Israelites, but God said to Joshua, "Do not be afraid of them. I will look after you. None of them will be able to defeat you." God confused the Canaanite armies, and many of their soldiers ran away. As they ran, God sent down a hailstorm on them, and more of them died from hail than from the Israelite army. Joshua commanded the sun to stand still until the battle was finished. God listened to Joshua and made the sun stand still for a whole day so that the Israelites could defeat the Canaanite armies. After Joshua's death, the people of Israel forgot what God had done for them and began to worship the statues of false gods as the other tribes did. It wasn't long before things began to go wrong for them, but that's a story for another day.